Greetings. If you're tuning in today, you are interested how to make an activated Indium mod. Well, I'm going to show you that this process really isn't too painful and something that with a couple hours you can get under your belt, make happen so you can start raking in the big bucks. One thing I would recommend going into this, I would recommend, you can have better class protections, but I would recommend a atmospheric protection, whether it be radiation, cold, heat, doesn't matter. Any of these planets that are going to have activated indium are going to be extreme planets. There'll be storms constantly. Prepared for that. I recommend stocking ion batteries as well, because you will go through them. That being said, you need to find an indium system. So you will need an indium drive installed Starship. It's not that hard to do, and just with a little bit of time. Anyway, you will need an indium drive. We'll go to a blue star. Next, you are looking for a system or a planet that is going to have activated indium, as you can see on the side there. Next is by far the hardest part. So, it's not a problem to find activated indium hotspots. Real issue is to find a power hotspot that's close by. So with these activated mines, you need to power them, basically. So I was a little picky, and I'll show you that in just a minute, but I spent my time looking for at least or A class activated indium or activated indium deposit. Because it was so high, I needed at least a C class power system. So I found a B class power hotspot and set up the Electromagnetic General. Now you need to make sure that you're over your power consumption. You're over your consumption. Pretty straightforward, as with every other more than you're producing. But again, it needs to be less than 600 meters away from an activated indium hot. So I found a B-class power, set up generators, and ran power through the hole I dug in the wall. Now again, it has to be close because you're going to place a base dead center in between your power hotspot and your activated indium hot. There are ways to extend your base with supply depots, little tricks and whatnot. I didn't use any of those here, so personally the range that I was looking for was 600 units or less. That way a base at 300 units distance, dead center, should cover both of them, and you didn't need to go with any of those fancy tricks. So once you have your power hotspot close by, you have an indium hotspot. Right? Here. Back. So you're looking for a deep level mineral deposit. You can see that on the left. This one was an A class. So you can see it's activated indium, A class, roughly. This one was really close, which is why this is my mine. But it's under 600 units away from the electromagnetic power hotspot. That part is huge. For a B, well, basically for an A plus, A class plus indium hotspot, you need at least a B class power. I have found a B class next to an A class, all good. Next thing that you need to have build is these mineral extractors. You can unlock these on this space anomaly, along with supply tubes that you will need, which are in between them, connecting them. You will also need a supply depot. These are the supply depots. All of these can be unlocked from the space anomaly. You don't need fancy blue. I had to level this rock out, so you will see that if you level rocks out, every time you come back to something like this, there's always floating rocks or something that found its. To level out the ground like I used a little trick with a piece of wood. So you place wood level, and when you place another one, so that's how I dug out where my supply depots sit and leveled off this mineral extraction zone. Again, so once you find activated indium hotspot close to your power hotspot, generate power and connect both of them with electricity. Place down as many mineral extractors as you can. Every time I come back here, I add another one and I just constantly expand. Again, all of them are connected via the supply line, electricity. So as these extract, minerals over to my supply bins over here, which go into the wall. I would recommend having 2 batteries at least, and the reason is during expansion and growth, you know, do not take this mine 0 to 100 in one. Make this a work in progress. Every time you come back to collect, add another couple extractors, and next thing you know, you'll be making bucks. These are here solely for that when I add another extractor and I accidentally go over my power usage, which you can see I'm about to do. Then I have a couple of seconds before my mine shuts down to go and place another. I have a medium refiner in here just for the expansion that you can do, turning activated indium into chromatic. So with what I'm producing here, with this site, you can see I'm producing roughly 60,000, about 59,000 activated indium. That's about 60 million an hour generate. Again, so here's halfway. We've about halfway. We're at 30,000. The reason this says it's so low is because I have already sold. So let me show you what I mean. This system, activated indium, is value is at negative 80%. So anytime you sell activated indium in a system, you are going to crash the market. See that right here, negative 82%. So to combat this, you need to go to a system in which you haven't sold activated indium in yet, that you don't crash their economy. One full stack of activated indium is worth about 10 million. So a farm mine, pardon me, this size is making about 60 million in generation every hour. Again, there are constant storms and high sentinel activity, so it's kind of annoying to get this done, but you can hide from sentinel. So, to recap shortly, we have found an electromagnetic power hotspot less than 600 units away from a deep level mineral deposit of activated indium. The higher the class, the better the production of it. Halfway in between the hotspots, I placed a home base. I generated power on the activated power hotspot and ran it to here. Then I installed mineral extractors and attached those with electricity and supply lines. And last but not least, I connected the supply lines to supply depots to store everything. And what I will then do is take these units, again, it's roughly 60,000 at this size with room for expansion, roughly 60,000 per hour. And you can see at 60,000 units per hour, I'm just going to hop to a random system here. So in 30 minutes, basically me taking the first few takes of this video, in 30 minutes, I had profited, after getting everything set up, roughly. I would strongly recommend short-range teleporter in case your hotspots are very far apart. That's the case. A short-range teleporter is very nice. Time or decreased time it takes to get in between. Again, once you build this farm, you will have money come 4 days. Here's on. Its passive income allows you to continue to explore buy ships and freighters without having to exploit the game or grind for years and years on it. Again, this is not an exploitation because you have to go find the activated hotspots, but that's how I did it. That's how I profit off of it. If this video was useful, please say it down below in the comments. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thank you.